Hello guys, I'm Lightninguy, and I have a question for you. As a demon hunter, do you get tired of always shooting arrows? Don't you wanna get in and fight like a barbarian? But what, you can't do that? You don't have the damage reduction? You don't have the skills? Well, I'm afraid you're wrong. You are very wrong, and I will prove it to you in this video. So, yeah. This is pretty much a build I've been messing around with for the past 2 days, something like that. And I went from this build to a hatred only build to uh, something that really didn't work out well and should never be spoken again of, to this again. And I think I've hit the perfect combination of discipline and hatred spending that a demon hunter should have. So let's get into the skills. Um, our left click will be grenades with cluster grenades. This is actually one of the best mid-range AoE abilities in the Demon Hunter's arsenal. You do quite a lot of damage over a quite large radius, so this is very good. It also generates a lot of hatred if you have a very fast weapon, which you will actually need for this build to work. The right click will be spike trap with scatter, because I'm lazy and just want to place all the traps for a lower cost and not worry about them. You could of course go for echoing blast if you want to be more meticulous, but I just prefer scatter because it's easier for me. Now our action bars will contain Shadow Power with Gloom. This is the best ability in the game, hands down. It gives you 50% lifesteal and 35% damage reduction, so it makes a Demon Hunter tank totally possible. Marked for Death with Green Reaper. This is a great ability to actually spread the AoE damage around the mobs, and it's very useful. It also costs like 3 discipline, so it's basically free, which is awesome. And the affected targets also take 12% additional damage, so that's awesome as well. Smoke screen with choking gas. This will be our spamming ability. I know it's weird. You haven't seen a smoke screen spam since early Diablo. And before you go flipping shit that this is a Natalia's legacy build, it isn't. Trust me, it's not. So smoke screen with choking gas. This will be, our escaping ability, and also will do some damage, which is very nice for discipline ability. And last but not least, sentry with guardian turret. Awesome damage and 50% shield, which is pretty great, I might add. It's actually really nice to just put this down and activate your shadow power, and you basically just take 50% less damage. So it's really awesome. Our passives will be archery, and we will combine this with a hand crossbow for the critical hit chance. Night Stalker, which the builds revolve around. It generates discipline, so we will be able to, be like spammy, smoke screen, shadow power, marked for death, and all that. And Perfectionist, this is a passive that I'm using for the simple reason that I have really shitty gear on this character. It's actually recycled gear from my monk, which some parts of it were also recycled. And if you don't really have enough gear, you should use this. If you have enough gear and if you feel comfortable, just go for custom engineering. It basically gives you 2 spike traps with scatter, and you can summon 3 sentries, which is pretty terrifying if you're up against them. So that's a thing. And these are pretty much the skills. Now, regarding gear-wise, you need 2 things, and 2 things only. A Calamity, preferably with a socket, and that socket should be an emerald because we'll have a lot of critical hit damage, chance, excuse me. And the 2 set Natalia that gives 7% critical hit chance. Now, as you can see, my Natalia ring is really shitty, and my boots are average at best. You'll also need a shield but you know, if you've got enough damage and if you've got enough resist, you actually don't need the shield. I have like 267 all resist, which is terrible, and I shouldn't be on the MP7 with this shit, but you can do MP10 with this. So that's pretty much it. And of course, I go for the Ina's vest, you know, to set for the chest and the pants. The pants give attack speed, give critical hit chance, which is a massive requirement. I actually have 60% critical hit chance and only 256 critical hit damage. So imagine if you would say get Marquez Emerald on your Calamity, you would get a lot more DPS. As you can see, my DPS is pretty freaking low. But that is okay because we can survive and we can actually tank a huge deal of mobs with this build. Other than that, gear wise, you really don't need anything else. Just you know, the Calamity, the 2-set Natalia, and your rare shield. You actually don't even need the 2-set Natalia. If you've got over 50% critical hit chance, you really don't need that. You can just focus on getting damage, all res, or health. Preferably, you want to be over 45k HP if you want to do MP10 efficiently. And I guess over 150k DPS. Again, if you want to do it efficiently, if you just want to brag about it, you can do it like me. But that's it. So let's go ahead and go to the Festering Woods. I'm gonna try and show you guys exactly what I mean by just spamming your smoke screen. So basically right now I have infinite discipline, as you can probably tell, and I'm really not afraid to use it. This is actually a really fun spec just for the discipline spam. I can actually just spam it endlessly, and again, the more mobs you have, the better. I'm gonna actually go ahead and try to find a pack. Hopefully I won't die right here. I did die because I'm an idiot. I went in without any discipline. This is the problem if you have shitty gear like me. You can't go Rambo. You need the discipline. You need your your shadow power up, and after that you can wreck faces. Like you have no problem whatsoever. I even tanked Desecrator with this build, with this gear, while I was testing it, and it worked just fine. As you can see, even though I have like really shitty DPS like 88k, I'm actually doing quite a bit of damage. Like, you know, for my gear, I'm actually really proud of myself, if I could if I could say so. But yeah, this is pretty much the build, guys. I mean, you know, nothing much you can say about it. It's just a really fun build if you're bored with the bola shot and all that. And let's try it and see how how I can tank a Desecrator and a Frozen and all that. Hopefully I won't die here. But as you can see, my damage is really low. Like I really can't kill them. But the fact that you can survive with, you know, this shitty of a gear, really, it's really fucking amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really liking this spec just for the survivability, and I'm gonna die there because I couldn't hit anything. This is the problem. You're a mid-range character, so if the mobs just run from you, you can do pretty much nothing to survive. That's why you really need some DPS, some really high DPS. And I'm just gonna quit right here. Let's go ahead and get a bigger pack. I wanna show you guys something really funny. So, as you can see, again, my discipline is pretty much infinite, which is amazing. So that's that. And also lots of numbers spamming. It's quite funny actually. Uh, but that's this is pretty much the build, guys. Like, it's not good for MP10 unless you got the gear. I don't got the gear, but I just wanted to, you know, prove you guys that you can do this with shitty gear. You can do MP10, and you know, you can just go ahead and grab some CM Wiz that you know, and just do this. You know, he brings the damage, you bring the tankiness, and it should work really nice for both of you. As you can see, I'm pretty much just tanking in a desecrator, which is fucking amazing. I'm still amazed that it works with my gear. Like, I can't emphasize this enough. My gear is shit. It's recycled, it's beat up, it's nothing like MP10 gear should be, and yet I can still survive. And apparently I died again. Yeah. But that's to be expected with my level of gear. That's to be expected. I really can't trust this. I mean, my resists are really low. Also, you guys may ask why not use the boar companion. The reason for that is he dies so freaking fast. It's not even funny, and it's not even worth it. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. It's a really fun spec. You should definitely check it out if you've got the gear. Just buy a Calamity off the auction house with a socket in it. Put in a you know, a something emerald in it, and you'll have lots of fun, especially if you have the damage. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.